I love the big clam.
I love the lucky monkey. That's great.
The character of this just really turned out well.
Isn't it sweet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
And none of the buildings have been aged yet. We'll come through and do a final aging of all the signs. Yeah, everything's a little hot. What's your canopies?
Yeah, that's all the ticket.
It's all, the real idea is once they're aged and everything, it should look like junk sails.
Cool.
It's all shading for the awning and shading for the folks there.
Cool. It's really pretty.
We'll stop down at the end and do a little walking.
The lucky monkey.
Yes,
Because monkeys equal comedy, you know
I
that.
love automaton, so we had at one time all of the signs were mechanical, but we lost a bunch of
Oh, Dale, this is breathtaking.
Look, we're gonna get to the sunset.
I saw a moon. Yeah, this was mud last time I was here.
Nice to meet you.
To give you guys a sense of what kind of our interior detailing is, I'll take you inside here too. This is Confisco's, which is one of our sit-down restaurants. And the backwater bar.
So much detail.
Clearing the house for stuff coming in from Islands of Adventure.
Right.
So, it's all going to be propped out with all sorts of weird, wonky props from all over the islands.
Yeah.
But you can just sort of see the level of
Awesome.
detail that they're putting in just about everywhere. Lots of
God.
my man, each land probably has 5 or 6 major vendors.
Oh, cool.
Some paintwork and some finish work and some show work for us. This will all be, we have the rest of the steps, broken steps to finish.
Wow.
Here.
Cool.
Upstairs here is the VIP lounge.
It's gorgeous.
Terraces, so that we can do a nighttime spectacular in the center of the plan for it all. It's interesting today. These columns were not in 2 days ago. So it's clear now. You can see how much they're going to actually. The ride track for Sylvester McMonkey Beach comes out on the top of all of these. It's
An airborne utopia, right?
yeah, it's an airborne Autopia. 75 vehicles, all Jurassic Park Discovery Center. Jurassic Park is out here. The big building in the back is the Jurassic Park River Adventure. That's the drop building for the ride. Into Lagoon is this little blue rockwork area with Popeye's boat in the background. Way off in the background over here is Whipsaw Falls. We'll drive past all these. We'll end up in Cat in the Hat when we get back. Superhero Island, home of the Marvel Universe. The elephant is huge. Yeah, and you see the ring of dots? Those actually have birds attached to them, and that rotates. And then the dark ring, 3/4 of the way down, has other carousel animals on it, and they march the other direction. The whole thing's got chaser lights in it. It's going to be outrageous.
What is that? It's a Bill Wood.
I love these area development lampposts.
These are interesting. These feeder thing.
Where? Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Down into the ground right there.
Yeah.
Greatest health experiment to reverse the terrible thing that happened to him. We'll get caught up in that experiment. In this area as well, there's the Cafe 4, the Baxter Building, home of the Fantastic Four. Quite pretty. Yeah. You can see the top band of colored panels. Yeah, it's actually one color paint. I don't even know how it works. The light hits it at a different angle and gives you a different color. As you walk by, there's $10 a gallon. Sort of took over the bad part of town, so you'll see that everything's in somber colors and lots of strange steel and all that sort of stuff. And then the Doom building, Doom Core, by the time we're done, it'll all look like Doom's face, made out of bits and pieces. Dr. Doom's Spearfall is, Dr. Doom hates the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is responsible for his disfigurement. So we've developed a device to destroy the Fantastic Four, and it runs on fear. We're all going to hear backup now. Hey, okay. This is Comic Strip Lane, where the comic books come to life. This is a comic book cafe, which is kind of the hard rock cafe of comic books. All gags and props inside. Like glass cases and whatnot. This is all the characters of the comic books. There's Flash Gordon and Hagar the Horrible and Croc and Little Nemo in Slumberland. Betty Boop on her piano and Crazy Cat and Ignatz and Hagar the Horrible. And Blonde the Dagger. The restaurant down here on the end. Right here will be a statue of Popeye. This whole area out here is sweet haven. Literally surrounds the island. So you can actually see one of the vehicles minus its back. It's a big rotational load platform. You can down toward Hurricane River. Popeye's boat, which is a children's toddler playground area, all sorts of climbing and all sorts of stuff inside there. Wimpy's a glad Tuesday for a day. Probably not a good idea to walk down through there. It's pretty messy. You get a sense of all the rides from anybody. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I love that building. Quite fun. And this is Ripsaw Falls. Here's Dudley's hat. And this is a series of adventures with. And it's all the perils of Pauline. There's a sawmill and a runaway, getting stuck on a waterfall, all those great things. But then you at the very top up here, covered in snow, and there's a giant Mount Rushmore that goes in here, which is Mount Rushmore with all the Dudley Do-Right characters on it. This is Veronica Lake down below. See, he's getting the jokes. Yeah, all right, okay. But the drop, this is Snidely's hideout at the top, and there's a big neon sign that goes off and on that says hideout. The drop, there's a big explosion that happens inside, and this is all filled with water, and this is a waterfall that falls down into here. The vehicles drop down through a dynamite shack that's right at the base of the drop.
Right.
The dynamite shack explodes, you go under the level of the water, down through this tube, come bursting up, and down Ripsaw Falls and down to your run out here.
Isn't X on the dock go?
The planks all go.
To look like people's heads are hitting it. That's funny. Yeah, it's really funny. I saw those at one of the show technologies.
This is a great ride.
Cool.
So they started putting figures in here?
They don't have any figures in here. They do have figures in Popeye. This is Camp Jurassic. This will be the transition point into Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Suddenly we'll go into dense jungle. There'll be the Jurassic Park gates. This is kind of all landscaped out. You can't really see it very well from the side. Overhead, the right path, that's Pteranodon Flyers. It's a 2-passenger roller coaster. One of the vehicles is hanging actually. You can see the forward. It doesn't have its wings on it. It'll have wings and a head on it to make it look overhead like it's a Pteranodon.
I can see the feet.
Right. Yeah, you can see the feet sticking out the back.
Do they go relatively fast?
It doesn't move all that fast. It's for kids. It's a gentle glide and it swings.
It's like you're flying more.
It's actually very fun.
It's really scenic too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Camp Jurassic is our response to Tom Sawyer's Island.
That's great. That's nice because kids
They were
love
testing
playing
the
on these
fire
things.
dragon.
Oh yeah?
This I can't do. This is a piece of wood though? Where's the other piece? Oh, actually, why don't I do this? This looks good.
Is that the banyan tree that was butchered?
That's the butchered banyan tree.
It's actually coming back pretty well.
Yep.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's just a gas line.
Boom.
Yay! Well, here's our.
So this is great. This is for the kids.
This is kids. This
Wow.
is climbing
Wow.
This is your mom.
caves and
Tell me there's only one entrance.
There's only one entrance.
So the parents
it's right
can
over
be waiting
here.
there. Yes.
With benches. Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's all these rock forms have waterfalls off of them, and the whole front of this is waterfalls. We changed the waterfall. We light the waterfalls at night to make them.
Cool.
It's all lit by tiki torches, and you climb around. In the back is the dinosaur capture nets, and this area you see here is a spitter paddock where there's water cannons and misters and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Wow. That's
the big lagoon in the center there that you sort of can't see, and in the back that large building is the lava caverns where there's all sorts of water effects inside the caverns.
Are most of your landscaping going to be real?
It's all going to be real. Yep. Long vehicle. So you look back at our river adventure. This is not quite a duplicate of the Hollywood river adventure. We've made a few changes, moved some things around. I think made the show better.
Is this the same show changes that are at USJ? Like the raptors up the lift and everything in the cage?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
USJ is supposedly following our route.
Cool. Great.
Area development restroom. Jurassic Park store. Lots of money to be made here. Entrance to the attraction here. And our queue is all this kind of post and bead.
Yeah.
Much prettier, I think, than what they did in Los Angeles. This is combining your DNA with dinosaur DNA to see what you might look like. To picking up eggs and by testing the eggs in different ways to determine what kind of dinosaur it is. Walk-up drink stand. Next slide. Let's go. We cross the wooden bridge into Lost Continent.
Oh, I love this little area.
Our super chicken griffin statue.
When you think that you're in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when you think that you will get a licking. Cool. I like it already.
To Merlin Wood, the forest of Arden.
Wow.
And
That's cool.
here is Merlin's Enchanted Oak Restaurant, which is very cool on the outside as well. It's all carved out caldera. Coaster. Yes. It's got some of its shells on.
Wow.
This is where the dragon gates will be. Off in the distance here you can see the dragon's castle. That's the interior queue for Dueling Dragons.
Right.
It is.
Oh, we got an awesome sky.
Yeah. The painting on that turned out really good. When I was here before, remember it was purple.
It's very cool.
We finally solved all that. You guys want to see the rock carving inside? We can
Yeah.
show you. We're doing sound tests on the Dragon coaster tonight. It is so. One's an old aircraft hull that's been redesigned to float. And Superhero is actually beginning to look like a little town. Yeah.
It's just fun.
There's a lot of great lighting in there. We didn't go down the other end, but there are architectural pieces that are actually like our lighthouse we've had lit about 3 nights so far. You can see it from Disney property. Standing here, it makes a sweep across the sky like you do. And it's pointed up like this, which is kind of interesting. We've had people from the surrounding area say it's shining in. They've written us letters saying it's shining in the window. We had somebody write and say he stopped off the side of the road and almost caused an accident.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
You drive up on the... Yeah, whatever.
It'll turn it off.
Yeah. Gorgeous carving. My God. Look at them with the moss. Oh. That is spectacular. Oh, look at that.
Well, turn off audience around here when you start complaining about money.
Yep.
So this is what magic can be.
Oh, wow.
Really beautiful stained glass window that goes up in the top here. And then all the seating is in niches and booths.
Wow.
And then there's the alchemy bar is located through there. A lot of places to drink.
Can I see how it looks like? Sure. Great views.
Oh, wow. Good view. Are those like shuttle boats down there?
Yeah, the Lagoon boats, which connect the back of the park with the front of the park. This is where they come and stop. They're all wonky themed. Around, it's all intertwined, and then the glass that you will see below this. Should have all this wonderful color. We've put lights up in the ceiling so that at night you can light through the stained glass and get all the color passing.
So nice.
That statue.
Walk up the ramp across the drawbridge and into the castle. When you exit out, you come down. We're close to forest.
Yeah.
Beds in
Dubai desk right
This is actually an ice cream stand called Frozen Desert that you can see by the mural. They're all This area here is it's games, it's artisans, it's food. All the games have been redesigned so they're in the period of.
That's great.
This is our Court of Miracles here. There'll be a fountain in the center here, which is has a face carved into a plinth, and we have a gentleman sitting off stage and it talks to the people and squirts water out. It tells their fortunes. The gates that you see beyond, there'll be two walls that is the holding area for the 8th Voyage of Sinbad arena, which is this big space that you see right here.
What's that going to be like?
There's a stunt show inside. Shouldn't really call it a stunt show. It's a live action spectacular. And it's a grotto. It's a grotto of lost ships on the inside.
Hey, I recognize those snakes. So look, the Conehead show.
Say that.
No, they're cool. That wasn't a bad thing. Oh, running a train? Wow, look at the big feet.
Our idea behind this is that right out there there's a rift in the land. It's literally split open and it splits and it runs all the way up. There used to be a colossus 200 foot tall here. The earthquake split us under and split the temple. And you're going to walk right to the entrance to the attraction through a crack in the temple. Fallen statue at the side, there's his shoulder, there's his head. Coming out of this will be a 60-foot tall trident with the hand still attached to it. What's left of the statue. This is all that is left of the earthly remains of go into the attraction and find out what happened. And they're literally up at the top on these angled plinths, and waterfalls fall out of them.
Oh, cool.
Feed all of this, which runs down out to the lagoon. This area in here is actually water play. The water's about 2 inches thick, and kids can come down and kick around. And there's
Excellent.
pop jets and foggers and all sorts of stuff.
Excellent.
Is it great? Those big feet.
Mythos is that there was once an observatory that was found. Actually, there was once a cave that they found that the holes in the cave all lined up with constellations, so they turned the cave into an observatory.
Cool.
Years later, the observatory was turned into a restaurant.
What are these lower levels here? Is that water?
Yeah, water inside the space.
Wow.
This restaurant, the interior furnishings, I don't know if you're familiar with Jordan Mosier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who did Cypress Club and all that.
Yeah.
He's doing all of our chairs and
Wow.
details and whatnot.
Wow,
You
cool.
get a sense of what the ceiling looks like, and here you can see this piece of model.
Wow.
This is a reverse of the ceiling. It's all supposed to be wind-worn rocks, and then there's all sorts of primitive details. The three
Wow.
fates. It's all mythology based. So
Wow.
the chairs all have mythological animals carved into them, and
Wow.
even the doorknobs and door handles, everything is detailed. The railings all have Pegasus. It's beautiful stuff. But beyond, in the seating area beyond, you can just barely make out the Colossus Atlas
Oh, right.
is holding up. There's the maquette actually. Is holding up left.
Wow.
That's a big seat.
Yeah.
I just leave the rest of your imagination. You think it'd be like
Actually, you can see into some of the set work.
Oh, wow.
The cavernous grotto. This is Eighth Voyage of Sinbad.
Oh, that's right.
See some of the ships are starting to be formed up. We do have a lot of very, very talented. Circus McGurkus, Cafe Stupendous. This building is really far behind. This is the Sylvester McMuffin Beans, very unusual driving machines. And it is Dan. There's lots of ice cream stands as well.
That's a good thing.
This is Mulberry Street. Mulberry, to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street was Dr. Seuss's first book. It had no architecture in it whatsoever. Just drawing policemen and circus animals and all sorts of crazy stuff that happened. So we had to sort of pick and choose from a lot of different other books. There are a few things here on Mulberry Street that are from the book. The Mayor's Grandstand is here. That's right out of the book. Be a cop photo op right here. The Mayor's Grandstand is interesting in that the character on the left, we resculpted and redesigned. We'll put a set of horn rim glasses on it. It's actually Ted Geisel.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It's actually what?
Ted Geisel. That's
Ted
Dr.
Geisel
Seuss.
was the creator of all of them.
Yeah. That's so cool.
This is the Mulberry Street Emporium, the big retail outlet. This is Moose Juice, Goose Juice. It's a healthy drink stand. Lots of retail, lots of it. There's a bookstore on the corner here, and there's a place called Picture This in the center here. And there's Snookers and Snookers, birthday candy cookers, candy store here. And then the ride is actually on the second floor in the back below the light station. And so we had to finish out the lagoon edge. So we brought in this crane to lay all of the tracks. This platform at the end, there's a giant organ. It's an actual working organ. And this is the this would be Truckee Park. Children's playground. We couldn't afford to build real hedges to maintain them. The tops of these are all planters, so they'll have all sorts of wild plants and whatnot coming out of it. The water play area over here, that device you see with the half cup is the bed end catching machine. There's some tube slides. This is all for very small colors. Let's show you. And that's what we do as guests. It's too bad the light's not real good here, but the figure is awesome. Grab the vehicle, and we're on the back side of Cat Park. Oh, I'll be glad to put someone to show you. Not on the first time. We also have to have apples. Apples and a polishing rack in our attraction. By the way, you need to find a place in Linda to do that as well.
Apples? Why?
Fruit cart.
The fruit cart, yeah.
So in these windows, we have these little Seussian raindrops belting on the windows.
He comes sliding in. There's a rug in front of him that floats up.
Give your photo pass.
Tips his head.
So
I like the little rendered.
What's that?
it's just not finished yet.
Yeah, they can finish. Alright, you can see the around the water.
You should not be here. You should not be about. You should not be here while your mother is out.
Cool.
Be sure and get that on tape.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it a double wall? Cool. It's
You
cute.
also need to understand that the lighting here is very, very, very low. Be a shadow gag here.
Lighting is how far to go with coloring and stuff.
Boy, you know what you guys should see? You guys should do this. We should take you to the Spider-Man ride next time you guys are out. Because
Probably won't be out again.
It's all city streets, and we should figure out how long. That is 3D film, and the 3D film is all produced in the computer. It's all CGI. They do their wall pictures for brick.
This I'll just say.
Showing the cat, he was bouncing around the corner, and then he drops everything, and we see him drop everything in the mirror. Then, this is a black light room. All of the props that he was holding fall down.
Cool. Cute.
And he's balancing the fish as well, and you'll see the fish do a tumble, the lighting effect, and the light will come up and he appears in the pot. Fish appears in every body of water we have within, except the bathtub. In this ride. He comes up out of the toilet, he comes up out of the sink, fish is just teapot. So here the cat introduces us to his two friends, thing 1 and thing 2, and as he lifts up the hook, the door opens, and the little characters come running out of the box. And they are little demon characters that. Another one is masquerading as the light. It'll be dark here, and the light will come on. Pull the chain, and it'll be hidden underneath. Then you'll see these mirrors. Actually, a couple of them.
That one moves.
That one moves now. This is the kite string. They're flying kites in the house, so the kite string is attached to everything. It's attached to fish. It's attached to this. Strung with cloths. All these props are moving and swinging around. They're making a mess. We thought, well, what do kids like to do? They like to draw on walls. So, he's got a great little move. He swings back and forth. Buckets dump over and spill out paint. Light chandeliers are swinging. He's messing with the TV here, and the only image on the TV he can get is a cat appears. We come into the bedroom. The bed's moving up and down. Thing 1 pops up. Thing 2 is attached to the spring. They're tearing everything apart. Eventually, we'll get their hair right.
Bad hair day.
So you can sort of get a look at them. Yeah. Character swings down. We've got all the classic jumping gags. Fish is in the toilet and he gets flushed. The cat is in the bathtub. The shower pipe sprays you with fog. And this is a really cool rubberized water effect in which these devices move up and down and the rubber looks like.
Cool.
And he's doing the old patting his belly and from here, you go down the hallway, things begin to get a little sinister, a little darker. All these lamps swing forward, and when we get down, there's a staircase at the end of the hall, and thing 1 and thing 2 have a piano, and they're pushing it over and down on you. And just as you come by this, the doors pop open, this thing tips forward, and we hear the sound of a crash behind us. And in this black light room, flashing black lights and moving walls, crash, bonk, boink. Which leads us into a rotating hallway.
The top spins.
Yeah.
That's the station.
Right.
Yeah, same as yours.
This is a whole rotating hallway. Lamps are rotating in it. Everything's spiraling. The cat is down at the end and he's rotating, moving closer to you, in and out. Big nightmare scene. Come around the corner and caught in the spotlight is fish and he says, "Your mother is coming home." His mom's leg. We gotta repaint all these backgrounds. And down here, this is all closed off. One of the thing characters swings across the ride path. The curtains part, and beyond it, it's the clothes. It's a closet. The clothes part, rotating overhead, painted on the scrim. It's all black in here. And this is where the vehicle spins 3 times. Focused on this scene.
I'll tell you in a second when we get out. It's something I may want to use.
And then we rotate one and return back. I don't know if you notice, all of the paintings all reflect what's going on in the scene. So we're really scared here about what's going on. Their eyes aren't put in yet because we have to get everything right.
Just a little cartwheel.
So then we pass out of the closet here. The clothes pull apart here, and the doors open up. And we have a second shadow gag.
So it's like you came out the same door you went in, right?
We're probably going to change out for something else. And we have to catch those thing 1 and thing 2 when the net comes down and catches. We see all everything that they've done wrong. Everything's all messed up. Fish is in the sink now, telling us we're really in trouble, and shelves fall down and stuff slides and big splats on the wall. We come around the corner here and another shadow bag up over here. One of the three shadow bags. Is of this fantastical machine with all these weird arms off of it. And we see the arms are putting things in place and they're straightening pictures. And they're repairing the walls. And we follow all these back and the walls are all filled with fiber optics, leading us into the big finale, which is the thing, cat and his thingamajig. And everything's being fixed. That's put down, the light comes on, the rug gets pulled out. The hedge is being trimmed outside the window. And fish is poured back into his bowl with a nice smile on his face. Sparkly, beautiful. Mom's leg comes in the door, or is in the door, I can't remember. No, it's Mom comes in. And she says, well, what did you do today?
Nothing.
What did you do today? And we focus on the cat who tips his hat outside the window, and it's a sunny day, and thing 1 and thing 2 pop up, and we get a big spin for the finish. I'm all right.
Cool.
Somebody read